School board meeting in Douglas County. Board members voted 4-2 to change the district's equity policy. Critics, though, are concerned that the district's equity policy is now watered down. Last night's meeting included a protest and hours of public testimony. One board member even resigned, saying that changing the equity policy was failing the students. Dougco School Board member Elizabeth Hansen resigned mid-board meeting. But first, she cleared the air, going all the way back to the firing of former Superintendent Corey Wise. The shocking departure came ahead of a vote on controversial updates to the equity policy. Updates that expand the definition of diversity so broadly that some board members expressed concern it diluted the intention of the policy. Revisions also put the responsibility of achieving equity on the student, not the district or the staff. And before the meeting, parents and students protested racism outside the building. The protest was in support of 8th grader Jeremiah Ganzi, a student who says classmates called him racial slurs at school while teachers stood by.
Castle Rock needs to become more loving. Castle Rock needs to break out of their shell, their bubble, and they need to treat these situations as situations rather than jokes.
I want to be very clear. Jeremiah Ganzi is not the only student in this district that has experienced disgusting acts of racism, of anti-Semitism, of homophobic and of transphobic acts.
The district says racism and discrimination are not acceptable and staff are dedicated to school safety. But Hansen says the board isn't meeting its legal obligations to make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
It's a story we'll have to continue to follow. Thank you, Jessica. Well, today marks 1 year since a gunman took the lives of 19 students and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. ABC's Melissa Adon joins us from Uvalde, Texas to share some of their stories.
Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas is the site of one of the deadliest school shootings in American history after 19 innocent children and 2 beloved teachers were killed here last year. Since then, families have been fighting for greater transparency, accountability, and to raise the minimum legal age to buy an assault-style rifle in Texas to 21.
21! So like another kid won't go through what me and my friends went through.
10-year-old Caitlin Gonzalez, who survived the mass shooting in Uvalde, now travels the country, uniting with other survivors as they call for change.
I shouldn't have to be here speaking. I'm only 10 years old, but I am because my friends have no voice no more.
Students and teachers inside Robb Elementary spent more than an hour trapped inside their school as a lone gunman took over 2 classrooms armed with an AR-style rifle he purchased days after he turned 18. That long delay still causing agony and outrage in the community as law enforcement waited 77 minutes before they breached classrooms 111 and 112, finally killing the gunman. Inside classroom 109 was Daniel Garza.
All we heard was like gunshots. Everybody was scared. When the cops broke the window, the sun like shined in the classroom.
Daniel is among the survivors who is now in 5th grade, but the community mourns the loss of the 19 other kids who had so many hopes and dreams but won't get to realize them. 9-year-old Jackie Casares dreamed of going to Paris. Tess Mata, who at 10 years old loved the Houston Astros and playing softball. 4th grader Lexi Rubio wanted to be a lawyer and was very studious. Lexi's mom getting her artwork tattooed on her arm.
I was excited to have on me a piece of art that Lexi drew. Not many people know Lexi as an artist, but she was.
It's us, and it says, "The best mom, and I love my mom," and by Lexi.
Plans are moving forward for Robb Elementary School to be demolished. Meantime, city officials are working to get their hands on police records. That way they can see if any law enforcement officers ought to be fired or disciplined for their slow response to the shooting. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Uvalde, Texas.
A popular mountain destination won't be opening for the upcoming Memorial Day weekend. Coming up, what's behind the closure at Hanging Lake and when it's expected to reopen. It's been about a year since the onset of the Mpox outbreak, formerly called monkeypox. Cases have dramatically declined since then, but as Scripps News national correspondent Lindsay Thies reports, health officials are warning about the risk for a growing number of new cases.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and health experts are warning of the possibility of an Mpox comeback this spring and summer ahead of festivals and pride events.
There are a lot of celebrations within our populations that are at highest risk for getting Mpox, and we don't want to see a month-long celebration turn into a tragedy.
Mpox is an infection caused by the monkeypox virus. It spreads from skin to skin and intimate contact. Almost all cases involve a rash that includes very painful bumps. Other symptoms can include fever, fatigue, headache, chills, or swollen lymph nodes.
There have been many reported cases in the LGBTQ+ community. However, the risk factor is really the behavior of having many intimate partners with a lot of skin-to-skin contact.
In a May 17th warning, health officials cite a recent uptick of 21 new Mpox cases in Chicago that began in mid-April. CDC wastewater numbers from the past 4 weeks show random detections of the virus in 5 states: New York, Maryland, South Carolina, California, and Texas. At the height of the Mpox outbreak last year, the CDC counted hundreds of new cases a day. Since last year, the U.S. has seen more than 30,000 cases in total. Now, earlier in May, the World Health Organization ended the global health emergency for Mpox. Overall, since 2022, there have been more than 80,000 cases recorded worldwide. There is a vaccine for Mpox. The latest research shows with 2 doses taken, the vaccine can be about 90% effective, but fewer than half of those most at risk have gotten even 1 dose. Health experts are encouraging more people at risk to get the vaccine.
We don't know how long the vaccination is going to provide immunity, nor do we know how long necessarily natural disease is going to provide immunity.
In Arizona, Patrick Kelly owns a store in Maricopa County, which just detected their first Mpox case this year. He's partnered with the county health department to hold 2 vaccine clinics to help.
I think it's important to explain to the customers, because my average customers may or may not know that there's something's out there and they can be infected.
If you're watching and you think you're showing symptoms of Mpox, be sure to call your doctor right away and make sure you isolate yourself. That way you can prevent from spreading the virus if you do have it. Lindsay Thies, Scripps News, San Francisco.
Well, you won't be able to hike to Hanging Lake this Memorial Day weekend. The trail is closed again because of spring runoff. These pictures from the Forest Service show how high the water is. The trail is expected to be back open June 3rd. Reservations until then have been refunded. Earlier this month, a mudslide blocked access to the trailhead for 2 weeks. We want to take another look outside, this time from our Mile High camera. You may be pushing the pause button on your Hanging Lake Trail hiking plans this Memorial Day weekend. Air quality also is a bit of a concern. We need to check in with Katie LaSalle. Katie, you do have a little bit of good news about when this will start to move out.
Air quality, Micah, is set to improve later on today here across the Front Range. But if you are hiking, I was just up in Aspen Snowmass late last week. The Colorado River, Roaring Fork, rushing, but what a beautiful time to be into the mountains. You can see our view from City Park, still obstructed by the areas of smoke and haze here from the metro area, and scattered thunderstorms are now developing over higher terrain. A live look for you near Rocky Mountain National Park with a few storms and showers in the area. Our severe weather outlook for today has increased here over the I-25 corridor. South and east of the Denver area could have the possibility of seeing a few strong to severe storms later on this afternoon. More sunshine will return tomorrow, clearer skies here across the plains, and then a few storms are set to pop up each afternoon. Best chance for any strong to severe storms will be today and tomorrow. Here's a look at our live radar and satellite picture, indicated here by the shades of green. Rain falling in spots. You can see down near Fairplay, up through Breckenridge, a little bit of light snow at our highest mountain peaks, and a few scattered storms now over our northern Front Range mountains. Mostly cloudy, hazy here in town, but we are looking at the best chance for seeing thunderstorms develop in the metro after about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Right now, temperatures temperatures quite mild in the mid to upper 60s, Centennial up through Lakewood into downtown, Firestone at 70 degrees. And later on today, our highs will be slightly cooler than what we saw yesterday, but still seasonal for this time of the year in the low to mid 70s. Highlands Ranch in downtown, up into Boulder and over the northeastern plains. 50s and 60s returning to many of our mountain towns. Up near Steamboat Springs, a high of 67, and warm over the western slope. Grand Junction at a high of 82 degrees this afternoon. Let's take you through the timing of it all. This is our hour-by-hour futurecast. You can see right around 3:30 south of Denver rolling into Colorado Springs. Thunderstorms are set to develop and spread east across the plains for this evening. Could be seeing some pockets of heavy rain, abundant lightning, potential for damaging winds and hail with the stronger storms that do form. Most of those will be south and east of the metro area, but still have the possibility until about 10 o'clock of seeing scattered showers here in town with skies clearing off into the mountains. Tomorrow morning it'll be dry, waking up to sunshine, clearer air expected, and daytime highs tomorrow will be in the upper 70s to low 80s with another round of late day thunderstorms possible. It's a cold front bringing more moisture and instability into the region for today and tomorrow. Thursday, you can see another chance for storms and showers, and by Friday into Saturday, another ridge of high pressure set to build into the state, keeping us warmer and drier, but still will introduce the chance for a few late day storms here across town and into the mountains. So keep your eyes to the sky each afternoon. Best chance for strong storms will be today and tomorrow, and then looking ahead to Memorial Day, Micah, 80 degrees and partly cloudy skies.
Welcome to Wish Wednesday, where we take things to infinity and beyond. I'm Jason Grenauer, and yes, this week's shout out is going to someone who is all about Buzz Lightyear. Let's say hi to Diego. Diego's story is amazing. He was born a micro-preemie at just 14 ounces. He is now 5, trach-free, and loves preschool. Diego, say hi to Buzz for me when you're down in Florida. I hope he makes you an honorary Space Ranger. We'll be right back.
Now to the big Memorial Day sales, with new deals dropping every day leading up to the holiday. ABC's Becky Worley has the latest savings, plus the real deal on returns, which we first saw in the Wall Street Journal.
It's Macy's Memorial Day sales. Holiday weekends offer the opportunity to save on big ticket items. Appliances like this washing machine at Lowe's that's $628 or $226 off its highest historical price this year. REI has their biggest sale of the season, including 20% off of any full price item with a code. But some discounts are being hampered by retailers struggling with returns.
I think we've all been conditioned to just be able to buy as much as we want online, knowing that if it doesn't work out, we can just return it pretty liberally. That's kind of coming to an end.
According to returns consulting company Narvar, return rates in 2022 were about 14% higher than in 2019, and that's eating into retail profits. The company also saying for every return of items worth $100, it costs retailers roughly $26.50. So that cost is being passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. And now stores instituting stricter return policies. Zara, Shoe Carnival, and H&M charging shoppers for returns by mail, but offering free returns in store, hoping customers will buy something else while they're there. Amazon warning shoppers of items with higher return rates, and one online apparel company dressed the population, offering a discount of 10 to 70% if shoppers opt to purchase an item without the option of a return.
Well, May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and there are over 40 different Asia and Pacific Island groups in Colorado. Tonight, there's a special event to learn more about the Mongolian community, a group that didn't start migrating to the United States until the late 1990s.
Even though we are that young, we are resilient. We have built a community. We have created businesses. We are, employees, students, and your neighbors. Traditional music, dance performed by our kids and young adults, but also get to eat and try Mongolian food.
The Mongolian Cultural Experience is at the Mongolian School of Colorado in Centennial. It starts at 5:30. There's a $10 registration fee, and you can learn more on the Asian Chamber of Commerce Colorado's website. The Denver Zoo is showing off its newest babies. Coming up, we've got your first look at Colorado's otter pups. And remember, you can get live local news and weather anytime on Denver 7 Plus for your smart TV. We can be found on your favorite streaming device, and if you have a Samsung TV, there's no app to download or device to plug in. We're live on channel 1000.